First, in the timetable I mentioned, nearly 10 days, I'm going to teach you only basic maths. Basic maths means cover up of everything what I feel that you should know it before starting any chapter. That basic maths will contain the log, that contain the modulus concept, that will contain inequality, that will contain the graph, some basic of differentiation and integration. So many, whatever the basic things, basic fundamental, which is we should know it, will be containing. Of course, it will contain LCM also. This is the very smallest things is there, that also will contain. So all the basic things what we feel that you may face difficulty in future will be taken care. So let's start. And in the basic maths, what we are going to learn, first I'm going to give you the idea. I hope all of you are able to see the screen. Anything you have to say, you can mention in the chat. So in the basic maths, first we'll talk about the number system. You can write down the topic name and number system, and then we'll talk about the inequality. Most important, you can say backbone of the mathematics, this inequality and number system. Then we will talk about the modulus concept. Modulus concept, all of you heard the name as an absolute value of something. So on that property bit we will be talking. Then we will discuss about the log concept. Means how to use the log, what is the log inequality, how to solve the equation of log, how to solve the inequality of the log. All those concepts we'll discuss about this one, and then we'll discuss about the graph. Graph is the another important thing, because generally 40% of what I teach, I used to teach by using graph method. So graph is the most important integral part of my teaching. So you have to understand the graph first before I start a chapter. So basic maths does not belong from any chapter. It's just a mixture of everything. Whatever the basic fundamental things is required, that will be doing into this. And whenever I'm asking something question, you try to type the answer in the chat box. Okay, so that I can come to know. And whenever you are logging through Zoom, make sure you should log in with your correct name, so that I can remember, okay, who is I'm talking. So it will be always better. Right. So number system. Numbers, let's start. Very basic things. Number. If I ask you, how will you break the number? So what do you say? There are real number and imaginary number. Real number and imaginary, only two number. Don't try to think about the natural number, prime number. This is the later stage. As open category, if I am breaking key number, how we can say, how many type of numbers? You will say only two type, real number and imaginary number. Fine. Anybody can tell me what is the imaginary number? What is the imaginary number?
Root of negative numbers.
Okay. One person is saying, please mention always in the chat. Please don't speak because my speaker will be off. Only one person said. Anybody else? Imaginary number. Number that can, Anika is saying, number cannot lie, represent on the real number line. Anmol said root of negative. Siddharth, root numbers. Any number other than the real number. That definition I will not accept. Any number real other than real number. Imaginary number. That's simple. Root of negative. That's all. This is the only thing. Square root of negative will be called as the imaginary number. No other things. No other definition. With this, don't get confused. Suppose I am saying, what is the minus 2 power 1 by 2? Yes, it's a imaginary number. But minus 2 power 1 by 4? Is it imaginary or not? This is also imaginary. How? Because this I can write minus 2 power 1 by 2 and whole power 1 by 2. Yes or no? Because I hope all of you know a power x whole power y is always equal to what? A power xy. So minus 2 power 1 by 4 I can write minus 2 power 1 by 2 whole power 1 by 2. This is the imaginary number. So imaginary number power anything will be imaginary. Anything is this fraction will be imaginary. So root negative will be imaginary. This is the what you have to keep in mind. But actually this is not a proper definition. Proper definition will be this. Ki negative power 1 by even integer. 1 by even integer means 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 8, 1 by 10. All this will be imaginary number. But generally it's easy to remember. So we used to say that ki root of negative will be called as the imaginary number. I hope all of you know the root of minus 1. This is what? Imaginary number. This we always represent by small I. It's called as the iota. Just for the easy representation. Root of minus I we represent by what? I. It's just representation. Understood my point? It's a representation. Suppose somebody say root of minus 4. So root of minus 4 I can say root of minus 1 into root 4, or you can say 2 into I. 2 into I. Have you understand? This will be root 2. So this, in place of writing this writing is very easy. So imaginary number is that whenever root of negative is coming, that will be called as the imaginary number. And what is real number? Whoever is not imaginary number, that is called the real number. That is a simple idea is that this one. Now, real number again we can break in two parts. One is the finite, another is the infinite. One is finite, other is the infinite. Imaginary number further no breaking. This is the end of the imaginary number. Imaginary number, this is the what? Root of negative will be called as the imaginary number. Further no need of breaking it this. Real number we can break again, and that's we can call it as what? Finite number and infinite number. Infinite we represent by this symbol. Finite we'll discuss later. Infinite, anybody can define what is infinity? Please mention in the chart. Infinity. One person is saying endless, another never ending, endless. This is not proper way of answering. Something proper answer I want. Number is there somewhere very large. Okay. Number without an end. Number very large or small number that cannot be counted. Okay. Listen. Infinite. I am writing definition. Watch carefully. A very large number. A very large number which is impossible to count. Impossible to count. That's what the definition of it. Concentrate on the line which I mentioned. Impossible. I didn't say that difficult to count. I said impossible. Infinity. A very large number which is impossible to count. It's not possible to count. That's called the infinite. Are you getting my point? Think. If I ask you number of hair on my head, of course large number hair is there. Is it finite or infinite? Look definition and answer my question in the chat. Number of hairs on my head. Some people are saying infinity. I would be very happy if I will be having infinite hair on my head. Those who are saying infinity. Listen me carefully. What I said, a very large number which is impossible to count. If I take out my all here and proper closed room and with the proper arrangement, it's still countable. It's difficult to count, but it's countable. Maybe it will take 10 days. Are you getting my point? Have you understand? So forget about the only my hair. If I will put that key in one particular city, all the hair counted, that is also finite. Because that is a countable. It's difficult to count. That I'm agree with that. But that is difficult to count, but not impossible to count. Did you understand? If I say number of four-wheeler on this earth, countable. Now it's more countable, whole database is there, people can easily count it. So it's a finite number. So what is the example of infinite? Anyone can tell me? What is the example of infinite? Anyone can tell me infinite? No, don't say value of pi is infinite. Please. Number of digit in pi, somebody say it's correct. If I say pi value is not infinite. Pi value after decimal, the numbers are digits after the decimal are digits, total number of digits in the value of the pi is infinite because I don't know how many it will be there. Are you getting? Another good example given by the Yadu, that's the number of point on a straight line. Yes, very much. Natural number, infinite is there, infinite natural number, that is also correct. Stars is given infinite, very much correct because we don't know how many stars are there. Whole number, yes, infinite number of whole numbers are there. Okay, so these are the example. But the best, if I ask you, listen me. If I ask you how many numbers are there between 1 and 10, not integer, numbers. How many numbers are there, including rational, irrational, decimal, and infinite numbers? Forget 1 and 10. If I ask you between 1 and 2 how many numbers are there, then also infinity. This pronunciation sometimes I pronounce as a infinite, sometimes infinity, doesn't matter. The between 1 and 2 also infinite numbers are there. And forget 1 and 2, between 1 and 1.001. 1.001 means 1 and 1.001 also infinite numbers are there. Have you understand? Basically, between any two non-equal numbers, there will be infinite numbers. Between any two non-equal numbers, there will be infinite number. People are thinking 1090 is infinite. No, 1090 is not infinite. I will come to that point, don't worry. Is it clear to everybody? Is the infinity, all of you understood what the meaning of infinity? So, infinity number is there, but how much the value of that infinity, we don't know. The moment when we will come to know, that we will call it as a finite number. The day when we will come to know, right now anything, if you are saying infinity, maybe after 100 years, some people come to know that what is that exactly value. That time it will become infinite. It will become finite. So infinite is the end of the any particular number which we cannot read. It's a kind of the theory which we used to say. It's not value. This symbol is not a value. Be clear. It's just point. It's saying that this is the end of anything. Any real number we represent real number. This is called as the real number. Any real number when we represent, the last point is the infinity and the left point is the minus infinity. This is the use of the infinity and minus infinity. Any real number line terminate at infinity, start at minus infinity. Start at minus infinity, terminate at plus infinity. Now, what is this? Infinity plus infinity. To think this way, very large number plus very large number. What will be very large number plus very, again a very large number. Very large number plus very large number, again a very large number. Don't try to write 2 into infinity. Why? Because this is not a value. You cannot write 2 into infinity. Okay. Infinity into infinity, very large number into very large number, again very large number. Infinity, power infinity, again infinity, very large number to the power very large number, again very large. Don't try to say, yes sir, this infinity will be bigger than this particular infinity. No, you cannot say. Bigger and smaller concept comes in the case of the finite, not for the infinite. Simply you can say very large number to the power very large number will give you again a very large number. Same way, if I ask you infinity plus minus finite, maybe that finite is very large, doesn't matter. Suppose somebody say, tell me infinity power 10 power 100 power 1000 power, power 10,000 something. It's a very large number, but still it's a finite number. This will give you infinite only. So this will be also infinite. Did you understand? Now, it's your turn to answer. What is this? Think and tell. Okay, one person given correctly, Kartikeya given correct answer. No, till now only Kartikeya given correct answer. Okay, now listen me my answer, what I am going to speak up. Listen me. Infinity, the statement, just concentrate everybody, don't write, don't concentrate here, there, just concentrate on my statement. Infinity minus infinity may be 0. Am I right or not? What I am saying, infinity minus infinity may be 0. I am not saying 0, may be 0. Yes, it may be 0. Because I don't know that this infinity and this infinity are same or different. It may be same. Infinity minus infinity may be 1. Yes. Maybe 2. Yes. Maybe infinity. Yes, very much. Maybe minus 3. Can be happen or not? Yes. Maybe minus infinity. That is also fine. Means I can say indirectly infinity minus infinity can be anything. It can be anything. Whenever in mathematics answer comes, it can be anything. That kind of, such kind of number is called as the indeterminate number. Indeterminate number. It cannot be determined. Never say not defined. Not defined is totally different thing. It's an indeterminate. What is indeterminate number? Which can be anything. Which can be anything. It can be 1 also, it can be 2 also, it can be infinity also, it can be 0 also. I don't know. Because this, I can say something if I know exact value of this and exact value of, I don't know exact value of this and exact value of this. So that is why this such kind of numbers will be called as the indeterminate. It's a play very important role in mathematics. Indeterminate number. Indeterminate number is the number which can be anything. Other example of indeterminate, maybe if I ask you what is infinity by infinity, it can be 1 also, it can be 2 also, it can be 3 also. Of course, it cannot be 0, but here also it can be anything, so we call it as an indeterminate. Did you understand? And few more is there, which is right now you can't understand, but I'm just telling. This 0 by 0 is also called as the indeterminate. 0 power 0 is also called as the indeterminate. These are the indeterminate number, cannot be determined. I'm sure it's clear to everybody. Okay. Now, little bit more discussion. We'll continue. The number system is not over. We'll continue this. Little bit more small things I wanted to discuss. Be clear, these are the main mantra of mathematics. If you are clear all these things, further you will not face problem. Tell me. A equal to A is always true. Is true statement or false? I wrote a question. A equal to A is always true. Is it true statement or false? Please mention in the chat. Somebody asked, undefined and indeterminate are same. No, undefined and indeterminate are not same. Undefined means not defined. Answer, everybody. This is a simple question. A equal to A is always true. This statement is true or false? Concentrate on the question and answer me. Till now only few people given me answer. Some people did not give me answer. Okay, one person is given something in. One person given. Okay. Maximum giving that true, but basically it's a false. Listen carefully. A equal to A. If it's always true, so this should be true for infinity also. Means you are trying to say infinity equal to infinity. Means you are trying to say infinity minus infinity equal to 0. Yes or no? This is the totally wrong. This statement is totally wrong. So remember, A equal to A is true only when A is real. When A is finite. A is finite. A is finite. Then only it will be equal. Otherwise, it will not be equal. What I am trying to teach you from here. Whenever infinity involved, equal symbol cannot be used. Whenever any side is infinity, equal symbol cannot be used. Means, why should somebody's mic is on? Please switch off your mic. A equal to infinity. This is the wrong statement. Anything cannot be equal to infinity. Equal to infinity means what? You reach at that point. You don't know that point. How can you reach? If you notice, I never put infinity plus infinity equal to infinity. I put arrow. Means approaches to infinity. Is this point clear to everybody? So, infinity whenever is involved, it cannot be, equal symbol cannot be used. So, as a note you can mention, this symbol cannot be used for comparing infinity. This symbol cannot be used for comparing infinity. Am I right? Tell me. Anyone can tell me what is the value of 1 by 0? 1 by 0. Okay. Correct. 3 people given answer correctly. 4th also correct. 5th also correct. Correct. Yeah. Maximum I think all of you know. This is called as the not defined. It's a not defined, or you can say undefined, whatever you want to say. The different book write different thing. Whenever denominator becomes 0, but numerator is not 0. Denominator 0, but numerator is not 0, called as the not defined. So, A by 0 is not defined. Condition, A should not be equal to 0. Why A not equal to 0? Because if A equal to 0, this will become indeterminate. Understood my point? So somebody asked me before this in the chart, tan 90 is what? Tan 90 is not defined. Because tan 90 is the sin 90 by cos 90. Sin 90 is the 1 and cos 90 is 0. It's not defined. So tan 90 is not defined. Never say infinity. Infinity is different. Not defined is different. Not defined means mathematics can't understand what you are saying. Suppose somebody say, okay, what is the 1 by Trivandrum? Mathematics say, what is this meaning? Hey, you are staying in Kerala, you know Trivandrum better. How will I know that 1 by Trivandrum is what? So mathematics will collapse. They will say, I don't know what you are talking about this. This is something like this. 1 by 0 is something like that. Mathematics collapse the moment when the denominator becomes 0, but numerator not 0. Numerator not 0. So this is called the not defined. And a by 0 is not only number which is not defined. So many other cases will become which will be not defined. From here, sometimes some people can give the idea, sir, what is the 1 by infinity? 1 by infinity is defined. But this is the very small number, because this is 1 by very large will be what? Very small. This will be very small. How much small? I don't know. How much small? I don't know. If I ask you, can you tell me some idea what is the value of 1 by infinity? Yes, some idea I will give you, but that is not correct. 0.0000000 infinite times 0 and then 1. That much small. This is not 0. Have you understand? 1 by infinity means 1 by very large number will be very small number. So very small number will be what? Just after 0. Just after 0, nobody can tell what is the number just after 0. So we just tell this way. Did you understand the point? Is the infinity clear to everybody? Infinity will not leave you. Whole mathematics, this will play with you. This infinity will be always with you. So be alert with this. Fine. The finite number again we can, this is the infinite talk we discuss. Finite again we can break in two parts. One is called as the rational. Other is called as the irrational. One is called as the rational, another is called as the irrational. I am sure all of you know the definition. This is a very common definition, every child know. Rational number, any number which can be represented in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 is called as the rational. All of you can recall? Hello? From 6th class you are learning this same definition. All books give p and q. Any number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0 is called as the rational number. A number which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q will be called as the irrational number. This is a bookish definition. I want the meaning of that. What is the meaning of the irrational number? Let's understand that. Why we are talking about the rational and irrational. I'll come back to this chart again. Let's go separately. Irrational. What the correct book definition is there, that you have to keep in mind. I don't want to dictate that definition, which you already know. I'm sure everybody know. Irrational, let's understand that way which we can use it. Irrational number. A finite number whose exact value is not known, called as irrational number. Let me explain. A finite number whose exact value is not known, called as the irrational number. Let me explain. Suppose if I ask you 3 by 2 is rational or irrational. So 3 by 2 is the 1.5. Do you know 1.5 exact position? Yes, I know. Where is the 1.2? Exactly midpoint of 1 and 2. Exactly midpoint of 1.2 is the exact position. Means I know the exact position of 3 by 2. If I know the exact position of 3 by 2, I will say 3 by 2 is the rational number. Did you understand the point? Now, listen carefully. If I ask you, tell me, root 2 is rational or irrational? So, root 2 value is what? I don't know, but I know approximately 1.412, something like that. Yes or no? Approximately this value. If I ask you, where is the root 2? You will say, sir, root 2, I think it will be between 1.41 and 1.42. Am I right or not? It will be somewhere in between 1.41 and 1.42. Somewhere. But between 1.41 and 1.42, how many numbers are there? Just now I discussed. Between any two non-equal number, how many numbers are there? Infinite numbers are there. Out of those infinite, one of the number is the root 2. Did you understand the point? Means I don't know the exact position. Nobody knows. Infinite numbers are there between 1.41 and 1.42, and one of the number is the root 2. Nobody knows exact position, but yeah, this is the irrational number. Have you understand the point? So, any number which exact position is not known will be called as the irrational number. That's what called as the, we use this logic to define the thing. It will be easy to visualize that P by Q we can't relate. But you have to use P by Q method only for solving the basic question and all in your study material what is given. But this is what the meaning of the irrational number we used to say. Fine. So, there is the rational number, irrational number. Actually, number line, real number line. The structure of real number line I am going to tell you, listen me. This is the real number line. All of you know 0 is the midpoint and then all integers will come and all. Actually, real number line is formed like this. Rational, irrational, rational, irrational, rational, irrational. After every rational, there will be irrational, and after every irrational, there will be rational. This is the assumption of the real number line. Real number line always structured in this way. Always structured in this way. After every rational, there will be irrational, and after every irrational, there will be rational. It's the same thing like, okay, let me tell you other things. One simple question. 0 is 0, even or odd? Please type your answer. 0. 0 is even or odd. Okay. One person said, Anika said, correct. Varun, no. Siddharth, no. Harish, correct. Very simple question I am asking me. Is the 5th class children should give the answer. Meenakshi, there is a problem. Answer is not correct. Kaushik, correct. Kartikeya, correct. Abhinav, no. Ampari, yes. Jenika, no. Listen me, everybody. Zero is even number, bhai. It's even number. Why confusion? What is the even number definition? A number which is divisible by 2 is called as the even number. A number which is not divisible by 2 is called as the odd number. Integer, be clear. Even odd is the property of integer. So, like suppose I say 2 is divisible by 2, 4 divisible by 2, 6 divisible by 2, 0 is also divisible by 2. Understood? 0 is the even number, no doubt about it. Why I am telling this one? Watch carefully. 0 is even, but after 0 which integer? 1, which is odd. After 1 what will come? 2, even, odd, even, odd. Are you able to understand the pattern? Odd, then again even, odd, even. What I am trying to tell, real number line is also a structure in this way also. One even will be there, then odd will be there, then even will be there, then odd will be there, then even will be there, then odd will be there. That is why this way also you can say 0 is the even number. Why? What the real number says, between any two even there will be odd, and between any two odd there will be even. Suppose you don't know 5 is even or odd, but all other number you know. So after 5 think what is there? 6, that is the even. Before 5 what is there? 4, that is the even. So 5 will be 100% odd. Did you understand? Are you getting my point? You want to know by 0 is even or odd. Suppose 0 you don't know, but other you know. After 0, 1 will come, that is the odd. Before 0, minus 1 will come, that is the odd. Between any two odd, there will be always even. That's why it's even. What I am trying to teach you from here, that is not my purpose of teaching you even odd. My purpose of teaching you this key, real number structure is like this. Even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd. Two consecutive even cannot come. Two consecutive odd cannot come. Same way, any real number structure this way, real image, rational, irrational, rational, irrational, rational, irrational. Like that, the structure will come. Are you able to understand? This way the structure will be coming. So, this structure you should keep in mind. Why I am telling? Listen. Suppose one question is coming. Just after 1 number is rational or irrational. If anybody asks you, just after 1 the number which will come, what is that number? I don't know. Who can tell? Nobody know. You don't know what is the number just after 1. I'm not saying integer, I'm saying the number. Just after 1, what the number will be there? Rational or irrational? This is the one. Just after 1, here, 100%. Speak out. Only one person give an answer. Only Karthikeya give an answer. Nobody else given. Everybody, you should be responsive. Just after 1. Nobody know what is the number, but at irrational. 1 is what? Rational. So just after 1, what will come? Irrational by using this logic. So that will be irrational. If anybody asking, can you tell me that number? Nobody can tell. How can you tell? If you say, sir, no, sir, I can tell. How will you tell? Suppose you say, sir, 1.000000000 infinite 0 and then 1. That is the number. I will say there is the not infinite. There is 2 times of infinite zeros I am going to put. So nobody can tell. It's not possible you to tell exactly the value. I'm sure ki rational, irrational meaning able to understand everybody. Now, again, rational can be break into your prime, non-prime, whole number, integer. So here so many other category can come. I am not going to irrational, no more further division. So that will be integer, then non-integer. Integer again can be break into the what way? Natural number, non-natural number, prime number, co-prime. I am not going to tell all those. This is you have to study. Prime number. What is the co-prime number? What is the twin prime? All these things there in the study material. You have to read. I want that you should develop the reading habit. You have to read. Compulsory you have to read. I will ask tomorrow. Prime number, co-prime, twin prime, composite number, whole number. These things is there. Just open the study material which is sent to you. Please refer that one. Easily you will understand. That will not be. Prime number I will discuss more because something more we can discuss later stage. Not now. Now, one simple question for you. Answer me. Infinite is rational or irrational? Think twice and then answer me. Don't jump into the conclusion. Look the chart which I given you. Okay, Diya is given correct answer. Only Diya given till now correct answer. Nobody else given correct answer. No, Harish. Fully concentrate. Listen me. How this tree is going. This is called the tree of number. Number, real number, imaginary number. If anybody asks you, tell me this 3 root of minus 6, is it finite or infinite? Don't ask, because finite and infinite is the children of real number. Real number can be categorized as a finite and infinite. Imaginary cannot be categorized as a finite and infinite, because this does not have any child. Have you understand the point? Same way, rational, irrational is the property of finite number. You cannot say rational, irrational for the infinite. So, neither. Answer is neither. We cannot say. Did you understand? Rational, irrational property is the property of what? It's a finite number property. You cannot talk about the rational, irrational behavior at the infinity. These are very small things, but very dense. Believe me, these are the main thing. If this fundamental is clear, then further you will not be facing problem. Anywhere not able to understand, please let me know. I will repeat that point. Is it clear to everybody? Okay. So now that balance things number system, you have to study your own from the study material. Tomorrow I am going to ask the question, what is the prime number, or any prime number based question I can ask. To go line by line, try to understand. If any point could not understand, in tomorrow's class you can ask me, I will explain that point. Of course, prime number little bit more I will discuss. Some extra point about the prime number I will tell you, because that is important. Rest other things you can study from there. Now, this is the number system was there, and now in this we have to study the next things is the inequality. This I will take time, means at least it will take 3 to 4 lecture. Inequality, little bit idea what I am trying to teach you, that I will tell. See, in mathematics, this is the comparison symbol. This is the comparison symbol. Total 5 type of comparison symbol is there. This 5 type of comparison symbol is there in mathematics. This symbol, whenever is coming, equal symbol. In any expression, whenever equal symbol comes, that is called as the either equation or identity. This is called as the equation or identity. Listen me carefully, very, very carefully, everybody. Whenever equal symbol is coming in any expression, that will be called as the either equation or identity. Listen. Suppose somebody say x square equal to 4. Equal symbol came, no? So I will say this is the equation. Yes or no? What is the meaning of identity? Equation, all of you know, right? Quadratic equation, linear equation, cubic equation, trigonometric equation, logarithmic equation, modulus equation, so many kind of equation. My concern is there, what does mean by identity? Anyone can tell me. Identity. Fast. Anyone can tell me what is the identity? Somebody tell. Okay, let me tell you. Equation. First thing, let's understand equation. Any expression which is true for the certain value of x or variable called as the equation. Like x square equal to 4. It's called as the equation. This is the expression. Why it's equation? Because this is true only for plus 2 or minus 2. Because if you put x equal to 2, it will be true. Minus 2, it will be true. Minus 2 whole square is the 4. If you put 3, it will not be true. If you put 0, it will not be true. Means this is a true only for certain value of x, called as the what? Equation. Equation true for certain value of variable. Certain value of variable. That is called the roots of the equation. All of you know that is nothing but the roots of the equation. If I am asking what are the roots of this equation, you will say plus minus 2. Right? Identity is what? Identity is which is always true. Which is true for all value of variable. Example. If I ask you x square equal to x square, always true, right? Means I am talking which is true for all finite value of variable. Finite, here one term I forgot. Finite value of variable. Which is always true. X equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to put finite value, it will be always true. All finite value is true. Am I right or not? So this is called as the identity. Let me explain by other way. Little bit trigonometry all of you study in 10th class. Sin theta equal to 1 by 2. This is when true? When theta equal to 30 degree. Of course, some other is also there. But it's not true for 90 degree. It's not true for theta equal to 45 degree. It's not true for theta equal to 60 degree. This is not always true. It's true only for certain value of the. This is called the equation. Since trigonometry is involved, that's why it's called the trigonometric equation. Understood? But look this. When this is true, have you heard this formula? When this is true, always true, right? Theta equal to 0, theta equal to 45 degree, theta equal to 30 degree, theta equal to 1 degree, theta equal to 2 degree, always true. Trigonometry involved, it's always true to its identity. Since trigonometry involved, that's called as the trigonometric identity. Maybe you heard this chapter name in your 10th class. So identity is that one which is always true. Equation is that which is sometime true. Some value of x true. Is this clear to everybody? So, for today we will be finishing this much only, and listen me, for tomorrow you should be come with the ready with this one and some few questions, few tasks I'm giving for tomorrow. Before coming this, you have to read number theory. Number theory means, as I told you from the study material, you have to read the prime number, co-prime, twin prime and all those things. Next, revise quadratic equation from 9th, 10th class book. We will be creating a course for you that you will get the link. There, quadratic equation you have to read from your book, school book. But by chance, if you are not knowing quadratic equation, how to, because I want that you should know how to factorize. What I am trying to tell you, suppose I am asking what is the factor of x square minus 5x plus 6, so you should know how to factorize. That factor x minus 2 into x minus 3 will come. If you know this, is fine. Otherwise, there will be some small lecture will be uploaded there. You can go through it if you don't know how to factorize this quickly. because I want that key, this quadratic, you should be knowing how to factorize, because this is going to be used in the inequality. So you have to revise this one, and as I ask you that key, this value, this notes you have to submit, and in the group one homework I am giving, very small homework. Find the value of square root of 4. No, don't tell me answer right now. I know you know answer, but just I wanted to see that key, who is giving what answer. Very simple question. Square root 4 value. Don't answer me right now. In the chat, I wanted to know with your name, so that I can save your name in the my phone also, so that I can indicate which child is submitting the notes, which child is not submitting the notes. Alright. So see you all of you tomorrow's class. Thank you very much. And next class your will be the 6 o'clock. Thank you.